Hi, thank you for joining me. It's Anna, and we're back. Sorry that I've been gone the last 2 weeks. That was so unfortunate for me. I was really sad to not be able to do it, but it was great to get out. I got to go to a mommy's night, and then I went to a homeschool meeting, so it was great. So I'm here tonight, and it's a little different tonight because I got tagged in the mommy scenario tag by Heidi from while they were napping. So here it goes. Question number 1. Your kid is refusing to eat dinner. Do you stand your ground or demand they eat what you made or make something else? This is a big one in our house because we do have especially one picky eater, but they know that our rule is you either eat what you're served or you don't have to eat it. It's fine. We don't press them to eat it. We encourage them, but they certainly don't have to eat it. Or if they want to, eat some of it, like quinoa tacos, like they got to dress their own quinoa tacos tonight. Caleb does not have to have guacamole on his. He doesn't like guacamole. Or if I'm making something that I know there's something in it that he doesn't like, I'll just omit that for his dish, but the whole dish is the same across the board for the family. So yeah, and I do stand my ground, and we have seen some nasty tantrums, but I have to follow through. Number 2, your kid has a meltdown at the store and nothing is working to calm them. Do you leave and come back another time or grit your teeth and finish shopping? Well, luckily we rarely have to deal with this because we do a lot of prepping beforehand, because I hate having to leave a store and I also hate having to endure a tantrum. So we do a lot of prepping beforehand of why are we going to the store, guys? Are we going for you? No, we're not going for you. We're not going to buy anything. This is a trip for grocery shopping or for somebody else's birthday or what have you. I would probably really try to give them another chance. If, I'll tell them like, okay, we are going to leave the store. We leave the store. We'll, take a breather outside. But if all of that fails, and there is still a meltdown, because it's happened, it's not as often, but it does happen, we leave, which is really difficult to do, and luckily we don't have to do it very often, and I think most of the time when we've had to do it, there's 2 of us, so one of us will take the other one out, take that child to the car. But if it's just me, I'll leave, which is really, really hard to do, but I'm one of those people, I'm like, I have to follow through with whatever I say. I have to do it. Your kid gets too many toys for their birthday. Do you make some returns or save them for a rainy day? This has happened. The last time I remembering it happen was for Caleb's 5th birthday. He got like a ton of toys because it was a big, big birthday party. We celebrate the milestones much bigger. He got like 3 basketballs or something, and he uses all the baseball equipment, so we allowed him to keep that. But the stuff that he got a lot of that he wouldn't use as much, we actually encouraged him to give them as gifts to people. So we had a neighbor whose birthday was the following week, and we said, would you like to give him your other basketball? Or we kind of give him the choice. Do you want to keep it? Do you want to give it? Do you want to donate it? What would you like to do? And he chose to give it. So I was really happy about that choice. We don't have that problem a whole lot because we don't have big birthday parties all the time. Christmas, we have that a lot, but it's hard because usually on Christmas, they just open everything from the get-go. So it's hard, like, with all the families, and then to say like, oh, that's not really yours. You got to donate it or whatever. Like, so, after a while, we probably separate them and stuff and do like transitional bins. We put things away for a while and then keep it. I've had a couple times where Ella got like 5 dolls and she did not care about them. She wasn't like big into dolls at that point. She's more into them now. But she had gotten a lot of dolls, and I kept them in our like present box. A party came up for a friend of ours, and I said, hey, would you like to give her this doll? You got it for your birthday, or no, for Christmas, and you didn't really like it. Would you like to give it to this friend? And she said, yeah. So we gave it to the friend. So that's what we'll do. We'll do an overflow or the bins that we like transition. Your kid is protesting sleep. Do you give in at 3 a.m. and get them and turn on a movie, or continue to rock them, nurse, etc., try to get them back to sleep? I do that. I try to get them back to sleep, and it is so torturous sometimes. Oh my is. We're kind of going through that right now with Colin because he's been waking up at like 4:30 almost every day, and he just refuses to go back to sleep. And we just keep on trying whatever it takes, rubbing his back, going in, rubbing his back, holding him, rocking him. I still nurse. We're weaning currently. So yeah, we really try hard to get him back to sleep. And usually he'll relax enough to relax and lay there and not be rowdy. But sometimes he's like, rah, 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 and we just, lights are off, we're in bed. We say until the sun is up, we can't get up. Question number 5. You have an appointment and no babysitter. Do you bring them with you or reschedule? That's a great question. I would say it depends. Because let's see, if I were going to like an OB appointment or something, I would not bring them. But when my cyst was rupturing and I had no choice, I had to bring them. So there are certain times that I will bring them and other times I won't bring them. Just depends on how dire the need is and how appropriate it would be for them to be there. So this is number 6. You have 20 minutes until expected company arrives. Do you rush to clean up your messy house or just figure, hey, it's okay, I've got kids? Well, that depends too. Who's coming? Is it my mother-in-law? Because certain people, man, I want to make sure that the house looks a little bit nicer for. If it's somebody who I know will be softer. Not that my mother-in-law's not softer, but I just know that she'll clean if she comes over and my house is messy, and I would rather spend the time with her and the kids. And you always want your mother-in-law to feel like, oh, you're doing well, you know? So, but if it's somebody who's not as, you know, mother-in-law-ish, you know, friend or something, and I know she's got kids and can understand, or my best girlfriends that I grew up with, I'm like, you take it or you leave it, you know? But I do try to pick up a little bit. I mean, my house is messy, so, I mean, I can only do so much. 7, you're running late and only have time to do your hair or makeup. Which do you choose? Well, my hair takes a little bit longer to do, as far as like, it's not just like I wake up and it's straight and I either curl it or I don't curl it. My hair looks awful in the morning, so if it's not done like this, I mean, this is even kind of thrown together today, but it's kind of a lost cause. So at that point, I'd probably just throw on a hat and not even worry about my makeup. But I mean, you can tell I don't totally care about that, obviously. I probably should. I think if anything, I'd probably do my makeup, because otherwise my hair would be drenched and wet and I'd look really bad. So that would not be a good look. You don't want to see me in that. Number 8 is you're at the park and another child pushes yours. Oh, do you intervene and correct them or go find the child's parent? Well, honestly, this is hard. I would not correct the other child necessarily unless it became like a violent thing where I had to say like, oh, I'm so sorry, like, please stop. But usually with little kids, it's like a little shove. And I wouldn't get the other parent, because that's an uncomfortable situation altogether, and you never know how that's going to ignite a mom or make her feel judged. And for me, I would never want, I mean, maybe she just missed it. Maybe she didn't see, and she would normally have really been active. You just never know. So for me, what I would do is I would probably make my presence known to the mother or father, whoever's with the child, and I would go to my kid and I would check on them and say, hey, are you okay? And how did that make you feel? And then I would give my child the opportunity to bring it up to the other child, because then he or her would have an opportunity then to grow in an area. So I would probably allow them to sort it out with the friend, like encourage them, like use your words, let them know how it made you feel. With a toddler, I would just go to him and with Colin, if it happened, I would say, like, did that hurt? How did you feel about that? Would you like to say anything? You know, you can use your words, and if he's having trouble, I would give him examples like, oh, I didn't like that. Can we play a different way? Or, you know, that hurt my feelings. That made me feel bad. Stuff like that. So, yeah. So I wouldn't go to the parents. I wouldn't go to the child and do that. I would go to my kid and work it through that way. And hopefully through that process, the mom would be kind of aware and take notice, and the kid would, you know, apologize and realize that that action was not good. And likewise, for the other situation, if my child was ever to do that, I would encourage my child to go to that child. And even if the mommy was nearby, to say sorry to the mommy, because that hurts mommies too. So that was really fun. 8 questions. And I hope that all my answers made sense, because it's late for me and I'm tired and I don't know what I'm saying. I hope you guys are well, and I hope that it's good to see me again for you, because I can't wait for you guys to see this, and hope you guys liked it. And I tag you if you want to answer these questions. Heidi had tagged probably the only other 2 people I would have tagged, Dana and Britt. So yeah, if you guys want to take my tag and do it as well, Dana and Brittany, that would be great. If not, don't worry about it, because I know you've already been tagged. And then you guys watching at home, or at work, or wherever you're watching, I don't know where you watch it, but if you're a mommy or a daddy that stays at home with the kids and you would like to answer these questions, go for it. I encourage you. Okay. Well, I will talk to you guys soon. I hope you have a lovely, lovely Wednesday, and I look forward to seeing you next Monday with Money Mondays, and then next Wednesday. So take care. See you soon.